Check 1, 2, 3. the U17 ARC XVs championship with the Calgary Mavericks versus the Edmonton Gold.
Oh! Poor Ron got knocked over.
A lot of excitement here on the field. Looks like our photographer is A-OK. Your commentator today, Steph, working for Rugby Alberta as the communications coordinator.
Let's go, Max! Let's go, boys! Come on, boys!
And they're off. Kickoff goes to hand. Excellent take by Gold Green. Quick to the breakdown, setting it up. Looks like they're going to go right on that line side. And back out to the open side, seeing if we can get going right through the Mavericks line. Looks like there's a bit of an overlap on the left side, and there is a penalty there. Up to the Mavericks. Considerations looking for points. And they will be kicking for points. As a reminder for folks watching, if this kick does not go through the posts and it lands infield, the play is live and they will continue playing.
At the post, mate!
Quite a deep kick to make, but if it is made, it will be a nice early start and lead for the Calgary Mavericks. Kick goes. And they'll get set up to receive. Gold will definitely want to come up with a bit of intensity back from those early points just to manage them on the board. Kick does not go to hands, but it is reclaimed by the Calgary Mavericks. A nice breakaway line for the Calgary Mavericks out on the sideline. Looks like that offload did not go to hand, and it was knocked forward. They're giving advantage towards Edmonton Gold. They picked it up and they're trying to recycle it right now. Being distributed out again, and the pass does not go to hand, so they will be going back to that advantage. So that will be a scrum, Edmonton Gold Green.
Kill the offload! Go offload, yeah!
This will be the first scrum for them this game. We'll see how it fares.
Just watch language.
Guys, can sit here if you want, just don't scrum. And the ball goes in, put in from Edmonton Gold. Looks like there was a bit of a messy scrum right there. That looks like they're going to reset. If you didn't tune in yesterday, there was a bit of a torrential downpour, so the fields are a little bit slick. Hopefully enough grip that they'll be able to scrum effectively. And that scrum is set. Edmonton Gold Green puts that ball in. And the 9 distributes it out quickly to the 10. Passing it out through the center, trying to run that, and it goes out to the wing, and they have a breakaway. Will to make it all the way? No, he was and that ball was stolen. That ball was stolen. Overtaken there. And it looks like the counter ruck comes from Edmonton Gold, and there will be a penalty. Penalty for Edmonton Gold. Bit of a messy look there. And they're going out for the line out.
Yeah, you gotta use that.
Looks like they're going for a full man line out here. Entirely full. So it'll be interesting to see if the Edmonton Gold Green decide to do a maul this place. That ball does not go to hand, and play continues. With the Edmonton Gold reclaiming that, passing it out quickly, distributing it to the backs, out to the outside, and a clean line break was made for that player to go right underneath the post. And we have points for the Edmonton Gold Green. That's going to be a 5 for them. We'll see if this convert is made.
Pressure on, boys. This up, fellas. This is good.
The Gold Green 10 is lining up to take this convert. Wind is low today, so should be an easy slot between the posts.
Go, boys.
But you never know what will happen. Convert is made, and that takes us from 5 to 7 points lead. Gold Green 7, Calgary Mavericks 3.
Be ready. Get up, boys. Good side, good side. Go ahead. Go, car.
And the kickoff goes again for Calgary Mavericks with an excellent reception from number 6 on Gold Green. The ruck is stable and nice, setting a great platform for distribution between 9 to 10 for the backs. Caught up there between the centers. Excellent defense from the Calgary Mavericks. Out again, looks like there's going to be an exit kick for territory. Kick went straight down the middle. Great to reclaim for that back 3 on Calgary Mavericks, beating the first defender, getting caught up in the second. Oh, and it looks like that ball, unfortunately, was called for not releasing, so that penalty will be for the advantage of Gold Green. Looks like they're going out for the line out. Kick goes. Will it go to touch? Yes, straight out to touch. That will be a line out for Gold Green. There's a lot of meters gained. And as you know, 15s is a territory game. Getting closer and closer so they can be in that attack zone near the end.
Can you hear the screen? It's in way all the time. Right here. You can't zoom on it.
Again, the players are looking to set up that line out. Going for a front ball. Oh, unfortunately, it was knocked. But it did not go to hand for Calgary Mavericks, but they will be getting this ball back due to the knock-on. If you're unaware, in the sport of rugby, the ball must travel backwards or horizontal, otherwise you will get knocked on. It will be typically a scrum for the other team.
Get low.
Apologies for our camera angle, for the net post in the way. Unfortunately, our tent is nailed into the ground, so we are unable to move it.
Set. That
scrum just came back up. Looks like there's a bit of conversation coming in just to that front row from the ref. And they're just resetting that scrum here. Again, this will be a scrum for the Calgary Mavericks. And that scrum is set. The ball is put in. Looks like that scrum stands still, making it easier for that 9 to distribute to 10 and give a nice clear kick. And that does not go to hand, but fortunately 11 is quick to reclaim it. Returning that kick up to a bit of empty space. Looks like it goes back to Edmonton Gold Green's hands. Unfortunately, it does go out to touch, and that will be a Calgary Mavericks lineout. And they're setting that line out. And it does go two-hand. They do attempt to ball, but it is being driven back by Gold Green. Calgary Mavericks were able to take it out and distribute it out. Looks like a nice bit of shaky hands, getting some offloads in. Here's a nice platform for number 9 to set it out, going out to the left. Unfortunately, the ball does not go to hands, but a cheeky show and go, and they were able to beat 2 defenders. Now they're going back to the open side, looks like it. Just a pot off there, able to make some ground. Out, and there it goes again for another territory kick. We have a good chase coming from Calgary Mavericks. Will they be able to reclaim the ball? Unfortunately, that looks like that might be a knock. So it'll be an advantage Gold Green. But number 12 is able to take that ball and make some ground. And a nice clear ruck with a nice platform for that number 9 to distribute. It looks like it's a pawn off 10. Nice and set with another setup. 9-10 connection is strong here. Another pod. Looks like there's a cheeky bit of a line on that inside. Unfortunately, Calgary Mavericks were not able to cover that, and they were able to gain some more territory. And it looks like there is a not rolling away call. So once a tackle is complete, a player must roll away east to west, not north to south. Otherwise, you will be getting that not rolling away call due to disrupting the flow of the game and slowing it down. And it looks like that kick was made.
Went through touch.
Went through touch by the looks of it. So it looks like it is going to be a scrum for the Calgary Mavericks. And the scrum is set again. This is going to be a Calgary Mavericks scrum as that ball went out through the back. All right, they're coming back up. It looks like again there's a bit of a messy scrum there. And they're going to be trying to reset again. Again, this is Calgary Mavericks scrum.
Thank you.
And that scrum is set. A nice platform for that Calgary Mavericks 9 to put that ball in, and the ball is retained by getting caught up in the back. But it was able to take it out and distribute out quickly out to that blind side. And a nice line was made. 1 defender beat, 2 defender beat. And unfortunately, that player does get caught up by the gold-green defense. But the 9 is able to distribute it out to one of their players. Unfortunately, does get caught up with that person. But there's a nice platform set for that 9 to distribute out to that open side, straight to the number 3's hands. Ooh, nice entry into contact. Oh, and there's going to be a call made. Looks like it's going to be a penalty for a high tackle spoke earlier. And the ball goes straight to touch. This will be a Calgary Mavericks lineout. They are now in the Edmonton Gold Greens territory. Let's see if they're able to get in that get-over zone and score from this. And it's a 5-person lineout. Going straight to the middle pod, goes straight to hands. If you're unaware of the new law changes, if there is not another pod put up by the opposition, the ball does not need to go straight. It can go straight to the player's hands. And a quick distribution out, and another line break with a cheeky offload that unfortunately does not go to hands, but it was knocked forward by a gold-green player, so they will be playing advantage. Looks like that advantage wasn't able to be taken, so they will be going back to that scrum. Calgary Mavericks.
Take a knee.
It appears we have a player down in the front pack. We'll just be taking some time off of the game while that player gets seen, and hopefully all is right and well with them.
That's a good call.
And waters are being brought on just as that player gets cared for. And all you see here on your screen is our 50-50 tickets. Proceeds go towards funding the Wolfpack programs. You can buy one ticket for $5, 10 for $20, 60 for... Sorry, one for $5, 10 for $10, 60 for $20, or 200 for $50. The cash draw will be on June 30th at Calgary Rugby Park. Again, you can help support the Wolfpack programs and potentially win a nice cash prize for yourself. The pot is currently over $2,200, so if you scan that QR code just right on your screens, you'll be able to take to that page to purchase tickets. And it looks like that player is A-OK, so they will be going back to that scrum. And again, that will be the Calgary Mavericks scrum. And time is back on. For those at home that are unaware about the rugby injury rules, they will try to play around the player. If they're unable to, they will take time off and then resume time once that player is back and back up and ready or off the field. And that pudding gets put on. Looks like there's a bit of an issue with the scrum. Okay, they're going to be trying again. They're just going to be resetting that scrum. And again, this is going to be a Calgary Mavericks scrum. And that scrum is... Ball is put in cleanly for Calgary Mavericks for that 9. To distribute out straight to 10. Excellent pass, going straight to hands. Going out in the back. Looks like there's a great line break and offload. But unfortunately, that goal defense is definitely making it hard for the Calgary Mavericks to break through. And it looks like it was a non-releasing call for the Calgary Mavericks. So won't have that penalty. And it looks like they will be kicking more territory. Kicking for touch. And the ball is kicked straight out to touch, so that will be an Edmonton Gold lineout. For those unaware, when a player is tackled, they must make an attempt to present the ball and release it. If the opposition is able to put hands on without contributing to the tackle, they are able to steal it. And that is why that call was made. Yeah, so it's a 2. be a 5-person lineup for the Edmonton Gold Green. Looks like they're going for the front pod. Nice contest from Calgary Mavericks, and they were able to retain that ball from excellent reaction from their number 2. And it looks like it's going straight to the pod, and again, Gold Green shuts it down. Here's 2. There we go, straight distribution from 9 to a pod, and it looks like that pod is able to get some ground through there, but Gold Green are able to take them to ground. Again, another deep pass to one of their pods. Doing a little tip pass, but unfortunately there will be a knock-on, so that will be a scrum awarded to Edmonton Gold Green.
Go, Mavs!
And that scrum is set for Edmonton Gold Green to put it in. Nicely comes out the back, just a little bit out to the side, but that 8 is able to pick it up and pass it to the 9 to distribute it out to the wing, who unfortunately does get caught up in that Calgary Mavericks defense. Looks like it's a bit of a messy rock. And the 9 got caught up, so it looks like unfortunately another player will have to take that 9 roll or not. They take it up for a nice little cheeky attack through the 8 channel. And 9 is able to get out and distribute it to 10 towards a pod. And they go out the back, and unfortunately does not go to hands.
You got it!
And the ref will be giving advantage for the Calgary Mavericks as there was an Edmonton Gold knock on. 9 is able to distribute it out. Able to gain some territory through that. Off of the playmaker to another pod. Gold is really looking for that coach. And looks like they have been awarded for not releasing for the Calgary Mavericks. Looks like they're going to take a quick tap and go. And looks like they're going to make some great ground and excellent offload out to the outside. But Calgary Mavericks has that player tied down for a nice tackle. Oh, looks like again a non-releasing call. This is going to be awarded for the Calgary Mavericks, who look like they're going to be kicking it out to touch.
First one for us is 10-1 right now. 10-1 right now,
And the kick goes. Looks like it stays in. Whether it was from that tap or where the direction was going, the play continues. Unfortunately, the ball does not go to hand, but there is some space on that outside, and they're able to quickly distribute that ball. Oh. Looks like the ruck is stable. A little bit of a swing around there from some of our peers. On excellent breakthrough, but an ankle tap will lead that player to ground. And it looks like the counter ruck is good. That Calgary Mavericks side quickly picks up and distributes out. Excellent place to we'll see. Excellent breakthrough tackle. And that 9 is going to be looking to go back on that open side. Straight to that number 3, who makes an excellent, intense hit. Setting up a nice platform to another playmaker who will be distributing out to a pod off there. There is advantage given, I noticed it, from the referee. And it's going back to that right-hand side. And that number 1 does get caught up with the Edmonton Gold defense. And another quick pick and go. It looks like they're trying hard to score right under those posts. Another pick and go. It looks nice, and they were able to retain. And they're going to be passing it out. It looks like some nice hands, some checkers. And they will be going for that convert. And that takes the score for Calgary Mavericks 8 and Edmonton Gold Green 7.
Go ahead, yo, para el
More to
tuyo.
follow after this convert. And it looks like the number 22 who scored the try will also be taking this convert. Again, there is no hint here, so it should be a fairly easy path for the ball to travel. It just depends on the strike of the kicker to see if it'll go straight through those uprights. And it looks like we have some Edmonton Gold green ready to charge and attempt to block that kick and or throw off the kicker's cadence. Kick is made, and it looks good. The Mavs move up to leading 10, Calgary Mavericks 10, Edmonton Gold green 7. And it looks like that is half. We'll be taking a brief break and we'll resume our commentary after the halftime. As a note, again, these are going to be 40-minute games, 20-minute halves. And you can see right here, again, just our 50-50 tickets. Again, ticket prices, you can buy 1 for $5, 10 for $10, 60 for $20, or 200 for $50. The cash draw is June 30th at Calgary Rugby Park, and proceeds go towards
Live stream
that program.
on Rugby Alberta YouTube.
And halftime has ended. We will be returning with the Calgary Mavericks versus the Edmonton Gold Green. They will be swapping sides.
Your audio?
And time has resumed. According to the officials' whistle. There goes kick straight into number one's hands, and they're able to be the first defender, maybe to be the second defender. They will stay in, and looks like they were driven out by the Edmonton Gold defense. So that will be a line out towards Edmonton Gold.
Evan, you're in the lineup, chases out, you're back jumper. Still go. Ian, I need you to drop and pop.
This is going to be a 5-man lineup for Edmonton Gold Green. Looks like it goes straight out to the back. Excellent distribution with number one providing extraordinary pressure. But unfortunately, looks like they came from an offside position, so it will be Edmonton Gold Green's penalty. And there's that ref making that secondary offside gesture. Gold Green kick it. And it looks like it stays in, so it will not be going to touch. And it was a great reception from Calgary Mavericks. Number 2, where that ball was going to land. It on. So it will be going to a scrum for Edmonton Gold Green.
Eli! Blue! I want a blue!
And Edmonton Gold Green. Oh, looks like they got a free kick for an early drive from the Calgary Mavericks. There's going to be a quick tap in order to try to get Calgary Mavericks on that back foot and gain some ground, which they were able to do. And it looks like there is an advantage for the Edmonton Gold Green for diving from the Calgary Mavericks. Oh, and it looks like they're going back another 10.
I want ball in hand!
There is a player down in the knee, unsure. Oh, maybe just a shoelace right there. And it looks like they're going straight to Bonds with number 17 receiving the ball. Able to beat through. Nice power shown exhibited through this in that excellent leg drive. Making a nice platform for it to be distributed out. They're careful and tactical with this pass in order to make sure that ball stays in hand, as possession is very important in this get-over zone. Goes straight to hand. Oh, and a pass out to the outside. With a nice one, the corner try is awarded, but we will be going back to the penalty as Edmonton Gold did have advantage. And it looks like there's a bit of a skirmish just out here on the corner. But going back straight to this penalty, looks like the officials for secondary call was offside. They were able to retain it. They're getting set. Bit of a messy rug over there. Oh, it looks like the whistle has been blown in time. Looks like it will be taken off. It appears we potentially have a player down, and the ref is talking to the AR to confirm a call. Stay tuned for what that call is. The player is able to get up, so it looks like there was no cause for concern, fortunately. Time will be going back on, and it will be a scrum for the Edmonton Gold Green. And that ball is put in, and it looks like there was going to be a pick from that number 8 Gold Green with a quick distribution off to 9. There is a call being made. There is an obstruction. An obstruction call is made when a player runs in front of one of their own teammates, prohibiting the tackle from the opposition. Calgary Mavericks will be taking this opportunity to try to kick to touch. And it looks like, yes, the ball did go straight to touch, and it was also knocked off of Edmonton Gold Green's hand, so it will be a lineup towards the Calgary Mavericks, gaining some territory to get out of their danger zone.
Do you need a break from videoing?
No, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah. He's up next.
Are you also for video?
I'm just floating, so I'm just checking in.
It's going to be a Calgary Mavericks line out. Doing a nice walk in and a straight. Oh, and it looks like Edmonton Gold Green were able to steal it. The ball unfortunately did not go to hands, but the ref is saying that it went backwards. They're setting up another platform. A nice quick distribution from the backs and a sneaky little step just to sneak through, but unfortunately Calgary Mavericks will not allow them that opportunity to break through that line. Number 9 looks like they're trying to pass it, yes, for a kick to gain some territory. And it goes, oh, unfortunately looks like a bobble for the Calgary Mavericks. try to score on the corner. And this will be an Edmonton Gold green scrum. Scrum looks nice and stable right now for an easy put in for Gold green. And it goes straight up to the back. There is some wheeling from that scrum. As a reminder, the new law states that the 9 cannot cross the tunnel when they are defending. Nice show and go from number 10. Able to show some deception through there and making a little bit of a beeline. And the 9 takes it. They want to go for it. They have a run. They break the one tackle. They break the 2. And apologies, that is number 6 who ends up scoring. That was an excellent read to see that there was not that channel A or post defender. And their excellent carry forward with some nice stiff arms were able to allow them to score. So that's going to be 5 for Gold Green. Making the score 12 for Edmonton Gold Green and 10 for Calgary Mavericks. We'll see how the convert goes. Thank you, I completely forgot.
No, it's up there too.
Straight under the post, it looks like Calgary Mavericks will be attempting to charge down to block this kick. And that 10 is able to get the converse in. Keep Edmonton Gold contained within their zone. Excellent tackle, but Edmonton Gold are able to risk clear platform. Passed out to a pod. Another show and go, unfortunately, was not able to break through that Calgary Mavericks defense. And then 9 takes it out to another pod. Again, making much ground with this. Only a few meters gained. There's options on both sides, and they will be going on the open side. Quick distribution, another. Oh, and unfortunately, it looks like that ball was lost in contact, and Calgary Mavericks do pick it up to obtain. Oh, but the counter ruck is good, and Edmonton Gold regain possession once more. It's vitally important that there is a clear platform and a box kick from Edmonton Gold Green's 9. There was nobody home. It was an excellent decision. And it looks like the Calgary Mavericks player did go to ground. Number 29 retains that ball. Here on a breakaway. Will they be able to score on that corner with Calgary Mavericks? Well, they get them right on the outside of the corner. Looks like Calgary Mavericks do have an advantage as Edmonton Gold did knock this ball on. And they will be going to a scrum. Some excellent bit of gameplay with a lot of it. And it looks like they're taking time off while they get their substitutions in. Number 11 and number 28 are going on. To take off number 14? Yes, number 14 is coming off. So is number 24. Congratulations to those players. Definitely a hard fall battle so far. And this will be a Calgary Mavericks scrum. And an easy pass out with a nice exit kick from their playmaker. And it does go to ground, allowing Calgary Mavericks to chase up further. And they are able to contain it. Now number 13 making a very powerful and crucial tackle. And unfortunately that counter ruck is not good, so a platform is set for that number 6 to be able to pass that ball. And then some excellent show of leg track. That number 7 really doesn't want to let go, but fortunately, that player's knees went to ground, so that tackle was viewed as complete. Number 10 distributed it out to another forward pod. The ruck slowing it down, and it does get it to another playmaker, which again going to a pod's hands, but Calgary Mavericks are strong and coming up hard in order to shut down that pod advancement. And it looks like 10 attempts to go for a little run on their own, and shut down again by Calgary Mavericks defense. Pass down again to the backs. Unfortunately, does not go to hand. Looks like there's a little knock on that. So it will be the Calgary Mavericks.
Here we go!
Apologies for some of the fruitful language here at Calgary Rugby Union Park. And time is off. There is a shoelace from Edmonton Gold. And time is back on, and they will be going again to that scrum for Calgary Mavericks. A nice stable platform for the Mavericks to put the ball in. And they're able to retain it again with a slight bit of a wheel, and that flanker is coming straight off to attack for that 9. Excellent work from them. Calgary Mavericks do a cheeky little runner to get some defense, but Edmonton Gold returns with an open field kick that does not go to hand. Number 23 is able to retain it. And unfortunately unable to get away just due to the Edmonton Gold intense defense. And there is a penalty for not releasing for Edmonton Gold Green. And they will be taking a quick number 10. Steps one player. Oh, but gets caught up in a 2-person tackle. There's options both sides. It looks like they're going blind for that side. Again, some territory gathered. Oh, but unfortunately, there was a non-releasing call for Edmonton Gold Green, so it will be a Calgary Mavericks penalty. It looks like they will be going for touch in order to go for that line out. The kick is made low, but it will go out to touch, so it will be Calgary Mavericks line out.
Ian, I need this ball!
Calgary Mavericks line out. Will they be able to retain possession? They are, and it goes to the 9 Sands. Easy quick distribution out to that forward right out there, who's able to beat one defender, but unfortunately gets wrapped up in a second. But that clear is through. And there is going to be advantage for Calgary Mavericks. There is a bit of overlap here in the corner, whether or not that unfortunately that player stepped too hard and stepped themselves, but was able to keep on their feet and drive through. Counter is good, but unfortunately does not really have the power. Nice little grab up. Calgary Mavericks are able to retain possession, but it's clear that Edmonton Gold definitely want to make a bit of a ruckus in some of these rucks. Very quick to defend and looking for that poach. Number 9 distributes it out to the pod on the outside. It will make some ground, but it looks like they're going back towards that previous penalty. In through the side. For those at home that aren't aware, there is a gate that is made once a player has been tackled. In order to ruck, you must be going through that gate, which is defined by how the person places that ball. And that kick goes straight out to touch. A little bit wonky, but it does the job. And this will be a Calgary Mavericks lineout. The wind is picking up here, folks, potentially affecting some of these lineouts.
Let's go, man!
And it's going to be a 5-man lineout. Calgary Mavericks are able to retain possession. They're going for that middle ball. Straight up, able to retain possession, and they will be going straight for that ball. And Team Gold was able to stop that, but number 3 is able to peel out, distribute to 9, who was able to connect with that playmaker, and out to the backs. Unfortunately, does not go to hands, but Edmonton Gold is able to pick up. Unfortunately, they were not able to tip it off to their teammate, so it will be wrapped up in a ruck. There is advantage signaled by the official. Quick distribution out to that one off that playmaker. Tennyson, then they were unfortunately unable to make ground on that. If we start noticing here, the Calgary Mavericks defense is quite clumped up, so there is space on that outside if they're able to get it. Number 12 sees and recognizes that space, cuts inside, beats the first defender, whips around, tries to beat the second defender, has an excellent leg drag, but unfortunately is not able to complete and score that try. But we see some space on the outside. Number 10 does attempt a little step, and they're able to trying to go under those score posts, and they are able to successfully score, taking that lead. The Gold Green going to 19 Calgary Mavericks, 10. We'll see if this convert is good. Trying to incorporate more from Kevin.
Who's Debbie? I was into it. I was like, yeah.
Hold on, hold on.
We have a bounce.
Wait.
3 minutes left, roughly. I'm assuming this time is being run correctly because I am unsure if it'll stop during the stop doesn't play. Straight into the post, making it a clear kick. The wind has picked up a bit, but it shouldn't be too affecting for this kicker. Taking their time, nice, calm and composed. And the kick goes straight through the post, increasing their lead even further. Gold Green, 21. Calgary Mavericks, 10. Looks like some reinforcements have arrived. Number 14, 24, 21 have stepped onto the pitch.
Let's go, Mavs. Finish strong.
Unfortunately, I'm unable to read those players' numbers that came off. The kickoff goes, and it goes to Edmonton Gold's hands, who are able to make a nice drive in order to retain possession. And it looks like they are passing it towards, so they want to keep ball in hand, retain possession, which is crucial this moment, but unfortunately a bobble results in a Calgary Mavericks scrum. It would be in best interest for Edmonton Gold Green to try to slow this play down, retain possession, in order to deny Calgary Mavericks a chance to score. Calgary Mavericks have set up options on both sides for this scrum. We'll see where they go. Ball is put in cleanly, and the scrum is retained. And number 8 does a pick to the left-hand side. Quick hands off to the backs. Able to make some defense. Through that half here, they are able to step through. Excellent leg drive with number 24 taking that ball, but unfortunately it does get caught up. And the ball is held, so it will be a goal line dropout for the Edmonton Gold. And a reinforcement, number 27, coming on for Edmonton Gold Green.
Hold on, hold. Get up quick.
And that sub, number 27, was for number 2, Edmonton Gold Green. Ball is able to get to hand for Calgary Mavericks, and they are able to retain that ruck. Oh, it looks like it. Yes, they were able to retain it.